What's up, guys? It's Anarcadium, and welcome to another episode of Reviews on Tab. And today we'll be reviewing a show called The Midnight Gospel. The Midnight Gospel is a very trippy, experimental adult cartoon. It's about a character called Clancy who runs a Spacecast, which is a podcast in space, and he uses an illegal universe simulator to travel through different worlds and interview different people and aliens, I guess. So he puts his head inside this illegal space simulator, like he puts his head in, and it's the machine sort of resembles like a vagina. And the reason why I bring up the fact that it looks like a vagina is because I think the creators deliberately made it look like a vagina so that if you're watching the show high, you can be like, oh, that kind of looks like a vagina. And that's why I felt like I had to bring that up. I don't mean to be crude. It just looks. That's just what it looks like. It's existentialism. The show is existentialism, asking questions about life and death through this psychedelic, hyper creative show. I don't even know what I was watching. Like I was watching things happen in that show, and the conversation was completely different to what was happening, and my brain was telling me two things and trying to figure it out. And then I was curious about the next episode and the next one, and I ended up binging it and finished the whole show not being sure if I liked it or not. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Usually if I can't stop watching a show, that's a good thing. So I guess it's a good thing. It's a good thing. The show kind of plays a trick on the viewers because it comes off like a hyper intellectual show, but at the same time, it feels like it's mocking hyper intellectualism and it's mocking existentialism, but at the same time, it could be having a very real and serious conversation about existentialism. And that's my biggest problem with existential discussions, is that they sound like jokes. They sound like a mockery of someone who's trying to be clever, but you're not really sure because the guy could be dead serious. And there's someone out there who's listening to what that guy is saying, thinking it's serious, and there's someone who's thinking this is stupid. And I was thinking both those thoughts at the same time, and maybe that's why I don't know if the show is good or not, and I don't know if I like the show or not, because I'm not sure if the show is being serious or if they just mocking existentialism through this crazy psychedelic cartoon. But a lot of people are saying that the show is better watching it when you're high. So here's the problem. If I have to be high to enjoy your show, then your show might not be that great. And that for me is not a valid reason to try and find reasons to make your show good. Your show just has to be good. If I get high, it has to be better. But if I'm sober, I need to like it. But I don't know if I liked it, but I watched the whole thing. And maybe that was the intention of the creators. Maybe the creators were trying to kind of play a trick or experiment with content using this type of style of adult cartoon making, where they're putting all these hyper creative psychedelic elements and then having like normal discussions about existentialism, about life, about death. And the discussions were interesting, but I just didn't care for them because I was so fixated on what was happening on screen. You know, there were a lot of crazy stuff going on screen, like different types of wars, people dying and aliens transforming, and they're just being so casual about everything. It's almost like so many things are happening to them in this show, but they're treating it so casually and the conversations are so casual, and it kind of messes with my brain. And I guess that's what the creators were trying to do. I guess I don't really know what to say. But story-wise, it's a character called Clancy. I think he's going through something in his life. Throughout the show, he keep getting calls from his sister, and he keeps ignoring her. So clearly there's some tension happening there. We established that his parents died. So the character is trying to escape from something. So the underlying message, the underlying tone of the story is that this character is trying to escape, and he's using this podcast and these universes to escape his actual reality. And that's basically what I could take away from it. It's like just a guy trying to escape his reality by exploring existentialism through this simulator that looks like a vagina, and traveling different universes, trying to find answers and indirectly trying to find answers to his own life. And the only episode I really enjoyed really is the last episode, because that meant something in a sense. The other episodes didn't really mean much to me, but the last episode connected well with the conversation being had, because usually the conversations that I had on the show have nothing to do with what's going on in the actual episode, so from what I've seen. But the last episode, the conversation and what's going on are kind of like interlinked, which made me kind of enjoy the show and brought out an emotional response from me. So, but it's cool. It's a cool show. It's cool. It's dope. Like, it's dope. I guess if you high, it's better. I watched it sober, so If you've watched it high and it's dope, good for you. That's dope. I guess it's overall it's an interesting show. Cool. So if you haven't watched The Midnight Gospel, I would say you check it out because I binged it. I couldn't stop watching it. So there is something good about it, like I said. But if you have watched it, tell me what you think. Is there something I missed? Maybe there's something I'm not getting about the show. So if you know something that I don't know or saw something that I didn't see, please let me know in the comment section and let's see. Thank you guys for checking out this review. Thank you guys for checking out my review for All Day and a Night. All 100 of you. I'm not being sarcastic. I mean that. Thank you for checking it out. Let me know what you think of this review. Please don't forget to watch Role Models. Don't forget to watch Two Sides of the Same Price. And don't forget to watch Sisterhood of the Traveling Goer, all available on my YouTube channel right now. Thanks, guys. I'm going to see you in the next review. Peace.